Hello, YouTube world, friends, family, viewers, and subscribers, and even my new subscribers that just came aboard. Today we have Mark, not going into the last name, but Mark, thank you for coming aboard and joining this platform that is about giving out the right information. Now, I want to say thanks to all of my subscribers. And feel free to come back on and look at the videos and, share your thoughts. This is something that I am really looking for people to do. Just drop a line. Tell me what you're thinking in the comment section. And if something you disagree with, tell me that too. I have no squabbles with it. Uh, you know, we just came into a new year. I've already dropped my first video for this year. We talked about education. And right now, without further ado, I want to say to my viewers and subscribers and everyone else, welcome back to Rebirth. Welcome back to Rebirth. Now we're going to talk about a topic right now that is very hot on the press. A lot of people are talking about it in the medical world, in the healthcare world, in the mental health world. They are discussing the opioid crisis. We're finna discuss that now. We're going to talk about one drug that has taken the opioid crisis to a new level. It's going up. And, man, this thing is deadly. You got people that are overdosing on this drug, and this is not their intention. But one of the reasons I believe that we're having so many, because people is not taking it serious, for one thing. Another thing, they really don't understand how potent this drug is. And the name of this drug is fentanyl. So why is fentanyl so different from the other opioids? Number one, it's 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. So what is that saying? People, you can't play with this drug. And I want to be fair to those people who are taking this drug and not trying to use it recreationally. This is a drug, opioids are drugs anyways that are used for pain, reduce pain. So when people are in these severe car accidents, and it takes the jaws of life and you got everybody getting them out, they end up being life flighted to a hospital. These people are in some serious pain. And so a lot of times, these doctors would try this drug, that drug, and it's not helping with the pain. They're going up the ladder and they get to fentanyl. Fentanyl is commonly used by doctors to reduce pain. And it is a highly addictive drug. It's a drug that people are not trying to hook you on it when we're talking about prescription drugs, prescription medication. They're not trying to, but at the end of the day, when you're wrestling with severe pain, you have people in the last stages of cancer, they're on this drug. And this drug is nothing to play with. The CDC talks about this drug and it says opioids are a class of drugs used to reduce pain. Prescription opioids can be prescribed by doctors to treat moderate to severe pain, but can also have serious risk and side effects. Serious risk and side effects. It's not a drug to play with. And there's a group of drugs that goes along with this fentanyl. And the common types are oxycodone, oxycontin, hydrocodone, Vicodin, morphine, and methadone. Joining with this fentanyl and this class of opioids. But when we talk about heroin, that's not a prescription drug, but it's an opioid. And we got people out there that's overdosing on heroin because they're trying to use it as a have fun drug, if you will. And it's nothing to play with. These opioids is nothing to play with. So I'm here to talk about the truth. And I'm going to put out there, we're going to discuss what fentanyl can do to you. And I said, it's a synthetic drug. It's a synthetic opioid. And when we talk about the strength and potency of it, it's no joke. Let's look at it this way. You can take you can take a morphine and you can apply morphine, a morphine. Someone can take that drug for pain. It takes morphine probably around about, depending on body weight and everything else, anywhere from, let's say, 15 up to 30 minutes before you have an onset of this drug, before this drug start taking effect of the body, before you start feeling the reduction of pain. Okay? But when you take fentanyl, people, we're talking about 3 to 5 minutes. That onset is right there. And this is the potency of this synthetic opioid. So why are so many people out here playing around? There are people selling these opioids on the market in the streets, the street market, if you will. There are people selling this drug because people want to reduce pain. And if the pain great enough, I hate to say it, they're going to get it how they can get it. Once you become addicted to that drug, you're going to get it how you can get it. And this is the problem with the opioid crisis that we're facing right now. A lot of people are misusing this drug, mishandling this drug. It is not being prescribed on every dosage people are taking out there. Some of it coming from the street market. And so what we're dealing with is people that are selling these drugs, and what they're doing is, even if you go buy some other kind of drug that's recreational, they may have laced fentanyl in it. Then you have a drug that is laced with an opioid. So what happens to something like that? Boom. That's the truth. That's the truth, people. You have folks out there playing with your life, giving you drugs laced with opioids or laced with fentanyl specifically, and there's your results. There's your results. And I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people just laying down on the sidewalk, in the grass, for some type of reason that has to do with drugs in my work life. It's not a beautiful sight. And this is why I do my videos. This is why I'm on YouTube. Because I want to reach people any kind of way I can. Check this out. Over 150 people die every day from overdose related to synthetic opioids like fentanyl. This is for real. Drug overdose deaths involving fentanyl jumped to 22% in 2021. We just started 2022, and I wonder what's going to happen. Because it seems like people are not letting up off the gas pedal. And you see the truth right here on the screen. This is the results. That's the results we're getting. And my people, I wonder, you know, a lot of us feel like we can't go and get help or reach out, especially for a loved one. If you have a loved one, and I don't care what kind of drug it is, don't have to be fentanyl, don't have it, but if you got a loved one that is addicted to some type of drug, even if it's alcohol, even if it's an alcohol disease that they're dealing with, let me tell you something, they can run into alcohol poisoning, they can run all of these things out here that can primarily kill you if you're not careful. Do the right thing, because there are places you can take this person and you can have them admitted. And you know, there are ways you have to do it legally. Don't think I'm saying you take somebody against their will. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is get this person help. Because when that person is suffering, that's a family member. Guess what? Other people in the family are suffering, especially that person has kids. So other people suffer through all this. The CDC, the CDC also said heroin overdose, meanwhile, decreased by 32%. Heroin coming down, but fentanyl going up. Oh, we found something new. We found something stronger. We're going to lace these other drugs with it, man. We're going to make some money because everybody wants it. And people are dying from it. Making money, but people are dying from it. Fentanyl and other synthetic opioids are the most common drugs involved in overdose deaths. Even a small dose can be deadly. Drugs may contain deadly levels of fentanyl, and you wouldn't be able to recognize it. You can't smell it, you can't see it, and you can't even taste it. Get real, people. This is, like I said, nothing to play with. This 2023, we done went through a lot. Everybody's still here. 2020, 2021, 2022, we've been going through it. Now we're at 2023. Somebody needs to help. Let's make a U-turn on what we're doing out here, and let's start doing things right. And let's start reaching out to people from everywhere. Organizations, whether you have an organization that focus on children, focus on adults, or whatever, let somebody come in there and talk to these people talk to your people that has joined your clubs or organizations. Let them talk about the drugs. Let them talk about fentanyl to your people. You're not the only guru in the world if you think you are. So let other people come in and let them help. Because I'm going to tell you something, they may not be receiving what you're saying, but they may receive it from someone else out there. Let's move on. Common side effects. The common side effects: acute confusion, symptoms of anxiety, hallucination, dizziness, and general weakness. These are the side effects when you're using opioids, especially fentanyl. if someone change habits and start their eating habits change and they headed towards that anorexia nervosa, and you notice something like that, you need to be reaching out to that person, asking questions. You need to be doing that. Because when that person starts thinking that they're too big, they want to lose weight, and it's constant, constant, constant. Now that side effect is kicked in. Now you're dealing with a person that is on that drug and they also are anorexic. So they start having profuse headaches. It's like all the time, not normal headaches, but constant headaches, just headache disorder. They start having problems with their breathing. It's an apnea. So they're having problems, especially during when they're sleeping. Shortness of breath. They start having that a lot. So if you know someone that is out there tampering, playing with drugs and things like that, please reach out to that person and offer help. Because if that person is in serious trouble and that person realizes it, they may just accept the help, but we'll never know until we ask. There are two types of fentanyl: pharmaceutical fentanyl and illicit manufactured fentanyl. Both are considered synthetic opioids. Pharmaceutical fentanyl is prescribed by a doctor to treat severe pain, especially after surgery and other advanced stages of cancer. Most recent cases of fentanyl-related overdose are linked to illicitly manufactured fentanyl, which is distributed through illegal drug markets for its heroin-like effects. So now we're talking about the illegal drug market, and it's telling us that a lot of that fentanyl is coming through that lane, if you will. You see, because of the way that fentanyl makes them feel, give them a similar high like the heroin. Needless to say that this drug is powerful, more powerful than heroin. So there's your red flag there. Most recent illicit manufactured fentanyl it is available on the drug market in different forms, including liquid and powder. Powder fentanyl looks just like many other drugs, so you can't tell. You can't look at it and tell it's fentanyl. Here's some street names. I didn't get them all, but here's some street names that they call fentanyl. They call it Apache, Dance Fever. They call it a friend. With a friend like that, you don't need enemies. They call it Goodfellas. I hate to see the bad fellas. They call it Jackpot, Murder 8, Tango, and Cash 1. These are the different names on the streets for fentanyl. So my advice to you all, when you hear it, go running. I want to leave you with this. If you run into someone that you notice that is laying, they look out of it, and it seems like you can't wake them up, you shake them, seems like they won't respond, they're non-responsive, and you know that they use that drug. They're on the opioid. They're using fentanyl. If you know that, if you went to a party with someone and you know fentanyl was there, and all of you there, Narcan, also called naloxone. You can take that, and if you look at that box in this picture above, you will see it's a 2-pack. But normally some of them will come in a lot of 1-pack. They're very, I would say they're expensive because they run about, from $28, $30, $25, $30, $35, round up in that, depending on where you get it from. But it's only 1 dose shot in that nasal spray. I suggest to you to buy you one of those Narcan sprays. And if you want to get a 2-pack, that's good. And keep it handy. Keep it handy, because if you ever run into a situation where you cannot wake someone because they've been using, it will not hurt to use a dose of that. Someone need to be dialing 911. Someone need to be calling for backup for the EMTs to get there and do their jobs. But you need to get out the Narcan and give them a dose. And it's not going to hurt that person either way. But it can save their life if they overdosed on an opioid. So, people, I'm going to end this video in the description box. I'm going to leave a website and a video where you can go and it'll show you how to use that Narcan spray. Please check this out. People, I'm the messenger. Learn this information. Know about these things, because this is what's happening out there. And it's not letting up. It's not letting up. And it takes a village. It takes a village. We all going to have to see about each other. We're all going to have to look out for each other out here. Do what you can. Remember, somebody is out cold, not responding. Make that 911 call, be over there, get your Narcan, go ahead on and give them a dose. Don't hesitate. Give them a dose. You can yell at someone else, call 911. Get them EMTs here while you running over to get the Narcan and give them a shot at it. Because this is serious. It can save a life. Remember, life is worth fighting for. I'm encouraging you all to do the right thing, because life is worth fighting for. Narcan can help. Use it. Get you a dose of it. Another thing about opioids and fentanyl, not prejudice. Does not run around looking for, I'm going to save this group of people because I don't like that group of people, and I'm going to kill these group of people. No. Equal opportunity. Fentanyl and other groups of opioids do not care about color, do not care about ethnicity, do not care about culture. If you're in the way and you use it, you eventually, hopefully it won't happen, but if you do too much of it, you're going out just like everybody else, just like the 150 a day. Over 150 a day overdosing on this drug. Life is worth fighting for. Get help. Good people, my YouTube, don't forget, you viewers out there, if you see this video and you watch it, do not forget to subscribe. Click on the notification bell so you can get whatever I put out new. You'll be right there. You'll be getting it. And let's keep this going. Let's keep joining, and let's keep building a bigger base of people that want to get the right information in their life. Okay? My name is Robby Williams, and I am your host for Rebirth. And I want everyone to enjoy this holiday, Martin Luther King birthday. All right.